o'clock, a Detroit man has been sentenced to under a year in jail in connection to the female that was found dead in Mitchell last month. Anthony Harris pleading guilty today to improper disposal of a body. He was originally charged with second-degree murder of Melody Gooch as well, but an autopsy revealed an accidental drug overdose and that the death did not occur in South Dakota. It also shows the injury sustained to her body did not occur when she was alive. Her body was discovered at the Mitchell I-90 Travel Center March 11th. Michigan state officials will now determine if Harris will face additional charges in that state.